Right, welcome back to another game of on-base baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the designer and creator of On-Base Baseball, which is a sabermetrically driven tabletop baseball game. So cards and dice, and we have one single chart that we use for on-base, and that's what you can see here in front of you on the screen. I also have my starting lineups. In this game, we're going to face off the 2022 Braves against the 2022 Padres. Now, this game was played at the date of recording 2 days ago. It's April 16th now. This is played on the 14th. And what I'm doing is replaying the first game of each series in 2022. So I'm actually using updated 2022 roster sheets, which you can't see, but I have them on the computer next to me. And I've actually been releasing these to the On Base Baseball Facebook group. So if you want to play along with the 2022 season as it progresses and as it happens, and sort of see how the numbers work, it's kind of a cool process because I'll show you in a moment, but you can see that most of the batters are starting out in the -5 to +5 range. So everyone is essentially hitting out of the third column here, and the pitchers, are all over the place because FIP is calculated a little bit differently, a little bit more like ERA. It's not a cumulative stat, it's a counting stat. But batting runs, defense, and speed are all cumulative stats. So it's based off of what's happening, especially batting runs. Actually, I don't know if speed is a cumulative stat or not, but I don't think it is. I think it's just some players are not running very much in the first couple of weeks of the season. So I've played the first two games. Atlanta is 1-1 in the games that I've played. So they beat Washington, but they lost to Cincinnati. So those are the first two series for the Braves in the 2022 season. Let's go over the starting lineups. For the Braves, it's going to be Albies at second, Olson batting second, Riley batting third, Ozuna in left, Travis d'Arnaud catching. He's hitting fifth, Rosario in right, Duvall in center, Alex Dickerson is the DH. He's hitting eighth, and Dansby Swanson at short. So, pitching matchup is going to be Charlie Morton against Joe Musgrove. So good pitching matchup, but Morton got roughed up in his last start. Grisham in center field for the Padres. Nola playing catcher, Machado at third. Cronenworth playing second. Luke Voigt is the DH. Hosmer at first. Will Myers in right. Jerickson Profar is in left. And C.J. Abrams, the young shortstop, filling in for Tatis Jr. He will be batting ninth. Let me just write this in. And Braves. Okay. Excuse me, I think we're ready to go. I have my dice roller on the computer to the right. Off screen, you can't see it, but maybe I can get a little bit of everything in here. And we have our modern, updated, newest game engine chart here. This is for the modern era, the last 10 years of baseball. We do have different era game charts that you can play, and those come with the different decade roster sheets. So the 60s through the 90s is what we have at this point. And they play a little bit differently, not quite as many home runs and strikeouts. So if you have those, you can always play along any decade with those roster sheets, which is a pretty cool, maybe a cool experience to put some modern players in the 1960s time frame or 60s players in the modern time frame to see what happens. All right, we're ready for the first pitch. And it's going to be Albies Olson and Riley to the plate against Musgrove in the first inning. This is a 1-4. A 1-4 to Albies, who is a 2. It's worth noting that Musgrove is pitching out of this first column. Charlie Morton is pitching out of the second column. So a 1-4 to a 2 is going to be a hit by pitch or a walk. Our D9 roll is a 5, so Albies is going to get on with the walk. And Olson is up next. One on. 2-5 to Olson. He is hitting at a 5 clip, so he is in this second column here. That's going to be a fly out to left center field. And let's check the error on the left fielder. Left fielder is Profar. He's a minus. Our roll is a 2, so that's going to be an error right out of the box. E7 to Jerks and Profar. And runners at first and second base now, with the dangerous Austin Riley coming to the plate. There's a 1-3, a 1-3 to Riley, who is a 3. Like I said, most batters are going to be hitting out of this second column. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman. I don't really want to go on this. Let's say he's going to try to go around the horn. So 5-4, so that's going to be a force out at second base. We assume, I always like to assume the out at second base. Riley's speed is a 1. The D9 roll is a 5, so that's going to be 5-4-3 on the double play. Albies is going to take third on the fielder's choice. And so now we have a runner at third base and 2 outs in the inning with Marcell Ozuna to the plate. A 3-5 to Ozuna. He is hitting at a clip of a 2, and that's going to be a K. So Musgrove gets out of it and gets Ozuna looking. Beautiful curveball. Ozuna was looking for something else and couldn't pull the trigger. And so the Braves go down in the first. They do threaten, but don't get anything across, and it's still tied at 0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Charlie Morton's going to be facing off against Grisham. Austin Nola, I think is who it is, and Machado. I'm not familiar with Nola. 4-5 to Grisham. 4-5. Remember, Morton is pitching out of the second column. 4-5 to a -2 is going to be a fly out. That's going to be a fly out to straightaway center for the first out of the inning. And Nola, the catcher, stands in a 5-6. 5-6 to Nola, who's a 0, is going to be a strikeout. And Charlie gets him fishing on a curveball. And Machado is up now, third batter of the inning. A 1-5 to a 3. That's going to be a solid single from Machado as he gets on with 2 outs and brings up Cronenworth. I think it's Jake Cronenworth. Here's a 3-6 to Cronenworth. And he is a 1. So that's going to be a fly ball to Duvall in center. And he squeezes it and puts it away for the third out of the inning. So Machado does get on with the 2-out base hit, but they can't move him along. And so we go to score tie. We go to the top of the second with the score tied 0-0. And it's going to be Darno, Rosario, and Adam Duvall to the plate. Here's a 2-4. And a 2-4 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. With nobody on, that's a K. So Musgrove looking good so far in the early innings. There's a 3-5 to Rosario, and a 3-5 to a -4 is going to be another strikeout. So back-to-back Ks. This one gets him looking. 2 down in the inning, and it's Adam Duvall. A 1-2 to Duvall is going to be a ground out to the second baseman. He hits it hard, but right at the second baseman, Cronenworth, who tosses it over to first for the third out of the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Braves in the top of the second inning. And Musgrove is settling in nicely. Let's see what the Padres can do with the middle bottom of their order. It's going to be Voit, Hosmer, and Will Myers in the bottom of the second against Charlie Morton. Here's a 1-5 to Voit. That's going to be a single. So Voit puts it in play, gets himself on base. Runner at first with nobody out. Voit is a 4 speed, which is actually faster than I would give him credit for just looking at him, but not going to steal. That's only about a 45% chance of making it to second base. So we're going to hold him at first. It's Eric Hosmer. Hosmer's had a great start to the season. His batting runs is only a 4. Again, that's a cumulative stat, so doesn't reflect how he has actually played, although a 4 is really good at this point in the season. So it's going to be a ground out, but the runner advances. So that's a little 2-hopper to first base. No play at second. So we're going to say 3-1 on the put out. Moves a runner to second base with 1 out, and it's Will Myers to the plate. 5-5 to Myers. 5-5, Myers is -2, so that's going to be a line out or a foul out if it's a 6 or more. It's the D9 is a 4, so that's going to be a line out, and let's roll again to see where it goes. That's a line out to the shortstop. And runner at second base holds, so no chance for a double play there as he doesn't stray too far off the base, and it's Profar to the plate. Here's a 1-1 to Profar. You can see here that's off the pitcher's side. That's going to be a strikeout swinging for Charlie Morton as he gets out of the inning. So the Padres strand a man at second base, and we are still tied at 0 as we head into the top of the third inning. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Braves, Dickerson and Swanson, and then we'll turn it back over to Albies at the top of the order. So Musgrove against Dickerson. That's a 2-6, and a 2-6 is going to be a strikeout off the pitcher side. That is his 4th strikeout in 2 1/3 innings. Here's a 6-6 to Dansby Swanson. Swanson is hitting at a -2 clip, so that's going to be a long single, and Swanson's speed is a 1 so far in this young season, so he's going to stop at first, but he's on base with a single, and Ozzie Albies walked his last at bat. He stands at the plate. A 1-2. A 1-2 is going to be a ground out with a runner advancement. So he grounds out to the pitcher. A little nubber out in front of the plate that the pitcher makes a play on, goes 1-3. Swanson is able to make it to second base, but now there are 2 outs with a runner at second and Matt Olson to the plate. Olson is as hot as any player in baseball to start the young season. Last I looked, his OPS was around 1,300 or so, which is just nuts. And he's getting on base every kind of way. Here's a 3-5 to Olson, who is a 5. 3-5 is going to be a strikeout, so he can't come through as he gets the swing and miss, and the Braves go down, leave a runner at second base, and it's going to be 0-0 going into the bottom of the third inning. For the Padres in the third, it's going to be Abrams, the 9-hole hitter, and then back to the top with Grisham and the catcher Nola. There's a 4-6, Morton to Abrams. Abrams is a -1, so that's going to be a double play or a strikeout. We'll take the strikeout there, and that's going to be a strikeout looking as he gets the rookie. Grisham stands in. Grisham flied out to center field his last at bat. Here's a 2-5. 2-5 to Grisham, nothing there. And a 2-5 is going to be a fly out with an error check. That's a fly out down the left field line, so that's going to be to Ozuna in left, and let's see if he makes the play. He does. So running catch from Ozuna, and his second fly out of the game. Grisham's second fly out of the game is the second out of the inning. So we move on to Austin Nola. Nola struck out his last at bat. Here's a 2-3, so he's going to get Wood on the ball here. About a 2-3 is going to be a ground out to the first baseman, Olson, and we're going to check the error on that play. No error, as Olson scoops it up and takes it himself, so 3 unassisted, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Morton. Still no scores. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's going to be Austin Riley, Ozuna, and d'Arnaud. So 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Braves, heart of the order against Joe Musgrove. Musgrove has been mowing them down after a tough first inning. That's a 1-3. A 1-3 to Riley is going to be a ground out, and that's to the second baseman. So easy play for Cronenworth as he flips it over to first for out number 1. Brings up Ozuna, a 2-6 to Ozuna. 2-6 is going to be a strikeout from Musgrove's side. So his 6th strikeout of the game as he's cruising so far. Another 2-6, that's going to be another strikeout. This time he gets d'Arnaud looking and Musgrove is dealing. So 1-2-3 go the Braves in the top of the 4th inning. Go to the bottom of the 4th. It's worth noting this game was like 13-3 or something like that in the regular game, so everybody's pitching. up to their potential tonight in this tabletop game. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Machado, Cronenworth, and Luke Voigt. 4-6 to a 3. 4-6 to a 3 is going to be a strikeout, and he gets Machado looking. Heater right on the corner, and Machado was looking for that big hook. So Cronenworth up next. Cronenworth flied out to center field. His first at bat is 3-4. 3-4 to Cronenworth. He gets the best of Morton this time, and he doubles to the left center field gap. And that's going to put a runner at second base with 1 out, and Luke Voigt to the plate. Another 3-4, and that's going to be another double. So back-to-back doubles for the Padres as he laces one down the right field line. Makes it all the way to the wall and brings home the run from second base. So RBI double from Luke Voigt. He's 2 for 2 in the game with a single and a double. So good work by the DH coming over from New York. And it's going to be Eric Hosmer to the plate with a runner at second and 1 out. Here's a 1-5, 1-5 to Hosmer. That's going to be a single. And that's going to push the runner over to third base. They don't send him here. With 1 out, they have runners at the corners. Do the Padres, and it's going to be Will Myers to the plate against Charlie Morton. There's a 1-4, a 1-4 to a -2. That's going to be a walk or a hit by pitch. That's a 4 on the D9, so that's going to load the bases. So Charlie really struggling here as he has a bases loaded jam. With 1 out, could really use a double play here. He's facing Jerickson Profar. Here's a 4-5, 4-5 to Profar. It is going to be a fly out, and that's a fly ball to left field. Who's at third base? Voigt's at third. Again, he's only got about a 40% chance of making it. Oh, the choices that we have to make here. I'm going to go conservative, so that's 2 outs. Already 1 run in the inning. Let's give the rookie a chance to hit. So runner stays at third, everybody stays put, bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1 run already in for the Padres. Here's a 1-3 and a 1-3 to the rookie Abrams. Abrams is going to be a ground out to second base, and second baseman Albies fields it cleanly over to Olson, and that's going to kill the threat. But the Padres do get 1, and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the fifth inning. Their ace, Joe Musgrove, is dealing, and it's going to be Rosario, Duvall, and Dickerson in the top of the fifth inning for Atlanta. There's a 1-5 and a 1-5 to Rosario. He is going to be a single. So Eddie has really had a difficult time in this season, and he gets on base with a single. He was such a key component to the playoff run last year, but has really struggled in right field early on in this season. It's going to be Duvall up to the plate with a runner at first base, nobody out. There's a 4-6, 4-6 to Duvall, who is a 0. 4-6 is going to be a double play or a strikeout, just what Musgrove needed. So we're going to go 5-4-3 on the double play, and that's a quick 2 outs in the inning, and it erases any base runners, and so nobody on, and 2 out for Alex Dickerson. 2-5 to Dickerson, who is a -2, and that's going to be a fly out to down the right field line. And coming in hard is Will Myers, and he makes the play. So that's going to be an F9. That's 3rd out of the inning, and the Braves get the first runner on, but they can't score any runs. So still 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. This is the 2022 Braves at the Padres, played on April 14th, 2022. Playing with the 2022 roster sheets, which I'm just updating every time that the Braves start a new series. So these are completely updated statistics and values as of 2 days ago. So back to the top of the order in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Padres. It's going to be Grisham, Nola, and Machado. Grisham has flied out twice. Here's a 1-6. He's flied out to center and left, and he adds a fly out to right field this time. So spreading it around. First out of the inning, it's going to be Nola now, catcher, young catcher, and a 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. So Swanson gloves it over to first, and Olson squeezes it for the out. No problem, gets him about 3 steps, and brings up Machado to the plate. There's a 3-4 to Machado, and a 3-4 is nothing here. And for a 3-4 is going to be a double. So he gets his second hit of the day. He already had a single and a strikeout, but he rips it to the left field gap, and that's going to be it's going to put him at second base with 2 outs and Cronenworth to the plate. There's a 1-6 to Cronenworth. 1-6s are always flyouts with a runner in advance. With 2 outs, it doesn't matter. So this is to straightaway right field. Rosario puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning, and that does it for the Padres as they get Machado to second. They can't get him in. So still 1-0 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Good pitchers duel, good game here. It is Charlie Morton facing off against Joe Musgrove. Musgrove's stamina is a 23. He's not even to 18 yet, so he's doing well. Morton is at 22. He can go 24 batters, so we could squeeze another inning out of him if necessary. And we're playing DHs, so this is all the new rules from 2022. So pitcher changes are a little different. They're just going to be totally based on pitcher stamina at this point, and no switches or anything like that. So Joe Musgrove, he's going to be facing off against Swanson, Albies, and Olson in this top of the 6th inning. So a 3-4 to Dansby is going to be a double. So Dansby opposite field to the right center field gap and gets all the way to the wall as he stands up with a double. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double on the day, and brings up Ozzie Albies, who walked and made it as far as 3rd in the 1st inning, and he also grounded back to the pitcher. There's a 1-6, and that's a 1-6 is a fly out, and that's going to be a fly out with a runner advance. So deep fly ball into the right field corner, actually deep to center field, and center field makes a play on it, but Swanson alertly tags up and makes it to 3rd base. So he's at 3rd with 1 out in the inning, and the Braves have something going here against Musgrove. Let's see if they can bring him home. That's going to be a 4-5, and a 4-5 is, let's see if that's going to be any trouble. It's not. It's a fly out to straightaway left field. Dansby runs at a 1, and so it's no automatic score here. It's not a deep fly ball, and that's going to be out number 2. And so we go to Austin Riley. Let's see if he can bring the run home. That's a 3-6. 3-6 to Riley is going to be another fly out. That's also to center field. So 3 flyouts in the inning after a leadoff double from Dansby Swanson, and the runner is stranded at 3rd base. So good opportunity for the Braves missed, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 1-0 San Diego over Atlanta. And it's going to bring up Luke Voit. Voit is 2 for 2 on the day with 1 RBI. Got an RBI double his last at bat. There's a 1-2. 1-2 is going to be a ground out, and that's going to be to the shortstop. So Swanson takes care of that. And brings up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer with a base knock in his last at bat. That's a 1-2, also a ground out. Right back to the pitcher, and Morton makes the play. It's going to be 2 outs in the inning. And Will Myers to the plate. So yet another ground out. So 3 ground outs in this inning as Morton has a 1-2-3 inning. That's to the 3rd baseman. And Riley guns it over to first, gets him by a step and a half. And that's going to be 3 down for the Padres as we head to the top of the 7th inning now. Charlie Morton has faced his limit here. He's at 18. He's at 25 batters. His limit is 24. So probably going to bring in a reliever. So he's starting out of this column, and he's going to have to pitch out of this column in the next inning, which not a horrible column compared to here, but going into the 7th inning, probably just want to bring in a reliever. So 6 solid innings. Morton's only given up 1 run. Joe Musgrove still in the game. He's at 21 batters. He can go 23 before he has to drop, but he's going to be dropping from the first column into the second column for the pitchers. So conceivably could go a little bit farther, but we'll see how things play out in this inning. He's facing Ozuna, d'Arnaud, and Rosario. There's a 5-6. That's going to be a strikeout, and he gets Ozuna looking for the first out of the inning. Travis d'Arnaud 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. A 3-6. He finally gets some wood on the ball. Nope. Oh, am I looking at the right one? 3-5, 3-6. Yes. So he flies out down the left field line, and Profar comes in and makes the play in left field. Easy play, and that's going to be out number 2. So Rosario singled in his last at bat, and that's a 2-6. A 2-6 is going to be another strikeout. So Musgrove pitching very well, pitching like the ace. It's 3 up, 3 down. Go the Braves in the top of the 7th inning, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm actually going to find another pitcher for the Braves. So let me find someone to insert here. Okay, we're going to go with Tyler Thornburg, new acquisition for the Braves. He's a big right-hander, 336 ERR FIP. 336 Sierra. We're using Sierra in these. I got so accustomed to using FIP in the older games. 336 Sierra, and he can go 6 batters. So let's see how he makes it through this San Diego Padre lineup. Padres are leading 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to be Profar, C.J. Abrams, the rookie, and Trent Grisham in center. Back at the top of the order. So it's Profar, number 8 batter. Here's a 2-4. Thornburg's going to be pitching out of this first column. So a 2-4 doesn't mean anything, but that is going to be a strikeout for Thornburg as he comes in and impresses right off the bat with the K and brings up C.J. Abrams. Abrams, that's another 2-4 and another K, and this time also swinging. So Abrams goes down on a changeup, and it's going to be Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 3. He's hit a fly ball to every outfielder, and certainly he can't do that again. He's got to break it up a little bit. A 3-3 is going to be a single off the pitcher card. If you check, normally a 3-3 would have been a home run. So the fact that he's a good pitcher pitching on the first column turns that home run to a single. So that actually saves a run, at least for the moment, for the Braves. Aaron Nola to the plate, and it's a 5-6. Aaron Nola. I'm going to say that every time. Nola, the catcher. Austin Nola, I think is his name. And a strikeout to Nola, and Thornburg comes in. Impressive. Strikes out the side. Gives up a hit, but strands him at first base. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead going into the 8th inning. Now, Joe Musgrove is past his limit. We're going to push him, see if one more inning he can make it. So he's going to be pitching. He started here in this column. He's going to be pitching out of column number 2. And because he is a 196 FIP, he drops down to the next column, which is the 3.5 to 4.25 column. So Musgrove, let's see if he can keep the magic. This is against the bottom of the order. It's Duvall, Dickerson, and Dansby Swanson. Here's a 3-3. A 3-3. He doesn't get the extra bump there, and this is the difference. This is why we have this. So what happens is he grooves one to Duvall, and Duvall deposits it into the left field stands, and that's going to be a home run. That ties the ball game, and that's going to knock Musgrove. Every time I do that, every time I leave him in, I know I should take him out. That's what happens. So we're going to remove Musgrove from the game. He goes 7 innings, and let's see who we can bring in for the Padres. Okay, so we're going to bring in Avila, the right-hander for the Padres, and he has a 181 FIP so far in this young season. Now he can face 5 batters, so he'll be pitching out of this first column. Every time I leave that pitcher in too long, that's what happens. And that must just be what it feels like to be a big league manager. You don't go with your gut, you go against it and try to give the guy a chance, and then It just implodes on you. So we're tied 1-1 in the top of the 8th inning. Musgrove gives up a mistake pitch to Adam Duvall and brings up Alex Dickerson. Dickerson against Avila. Here's a 5-6. That's going to be a strikeout as he gets Dickerson swinging for the first out of the inning. The book is closed on Musgrove. He goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run. We'll have all the totals at the end. Here's a 4-5. A 4-5 to Dansby Swanson is going to be a fly out. That's fly out down the right field line. And the right fielder is Myers. He makes the play. 2 outs in the inning. 1 already in for the Braves. There's another strikeout, and this time he gets Ozzie Albies looking. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Avila comes in and shuts down the Braves, but not before they get a home run from Adam Duvall that ties the ball game at 1. Now we're going to leave Thornburg in. This could be another mistake. He's only faced 4 batters. He can actually go 6. Let's see if we can squeeze 2 innings out of him. In the game, Will Smith came into the game, and he is just a train wreck a little bit at the beginning of the season. Here's a 1-5 to Machado, a 1-5. That's going to be another knock. Machado 3 for 4 on the day, 2 singles and a double. And so they have a runner at first to the Padres and Cronenworth to the plate. A 3-5. 3-5 is going to be a strikeout. So Cronenworth strikes out swinging, and that brings up Voit. Voit has a couple of hits in 3 at-bats. There's a 4-5. That 4-5 to Voit is going to be a fly out, and that's a fly out to dead center field. Man of the hour, Duvall reaches up and puts it away, and Eric Hosmer to the plate now. There's a 1-4 to Hosmer. It's going to be a walk. It's going to be a walk, and that puts runners at first and second base with 2 outs, and this is going to be Will Myers with a chance to be a hero. There's a 3-5. A 3-5 to a -2 is going to be a strikeout. Hey, big whiffa. That's the 3rd out of the inning, and the Padres leave 2 on as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Braves are tied now with the Padres 1-1 as we head into the 9th inning. We'll leave Avila in and see how he does. He's not reached his limit yet. Still pitching out of this first column here. There's a 2-5. He's going to be facing Olson, Riley, and Ozuna. So a 2-5 to Olson is going to be a fly out to left field, but we need to do a check on the error, and no error on the plate. So that is Profar makes the play, and now Riley to the plate. 5-6 to Riley is going to be a strikeout, and that's out number 2. Riley 0 for 4 on the day. There's a 2-5, and a 2-5 to Ozuna is also going to be a fly out with an error check, this time to right field. No error on the plate. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So 3 up, 3 down go the Braves in the top of the 9th inning. One more shot for the Padres in regulation. We need to bring in a new pitcher for the Braves. Thornburg went 2 innings, 2 valiant innings for the Braves, and kept the Padres off the board while they tied up the game. So let me find a new pitcher, and I'll be right back. All right, against all my good instincts, I'm going to bring in AJ Minter, the lefty for the Braves, part of the night shift last year, which is the equivalent to the Nasty Boys, I guess, just their arms they brought in out of the bullpen to win the World Series. He has a 2-1-4 Sierra, and he can go 4 batters, so this is probably going to be a 1-inning ordeal for him. And let's see if he can shut down the Padres. He's facing Profar, Abrams, and Grisham. Not really a need to bring in any pinch hitters. Nobody's going to be batting better than these, so let's just go with what we got. So against Jerks and Profar, that's a 5-5. A 5-5 is going to be let's see, a line out or a foul out. If it's a 6 or greater, it's an 8, so that's going to be a foul out, and we'll say a foul out to the first baseman. go out to 3, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Here's a 2-2. That's trouble, as Abrams puts a good swing on it, and Minter's pitching out of the first column, so he doesn't get the automatic double. And it's a double or a triple if it's an 8. The D9 roll is a 3, so that's going to be a double for the young man, C.J. Abrams. He stands at second base with 1 out, and Grisham at the plate. Grisham singled in his last at bat. Let's see if he's got the hero gene. That's a 4-6. 4-6 to a -4 is going to be a double play or a strikeout. That's going to be straight to the, oh, actually not a double play. He's at second base, right? So that's going to be a strikeout. And Minter gets him looking. Can't even pull the trigger. And that's 2 down with a runner at second base and the young catcher Nola to the plate. Nola is 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Here's a 2-5, a 2-5 to Nola, who is a 0. It is going to be a fly out. Let's see if we can make the play. And the play is made by the center fielder. And the Padres go out in the 9th. So we head to the 10th inning, extra baseball here, as Minter shuts down the Padres in the bottom of the 9th inning. Going to need to bring in a new pitcher for the Padres, as Avila went 2 innings. And let's see what we can do here. New pitcher for the Padres is going to be Stammen, the right-hander for the Padres, longtime San Diego Padres. A 244 FIP, and he can face 3 batters, so really just a 1-inning sort of type of guy. And has been very effective this year. He's going to be facing off against Darno, Rosario, and Duvall in this 10th inning. There's a 2-5 and a 2-5 to Darno. It is going to be a fly out to left field, left center. Let's see, no error on the play. So Profar ranges over and makes the play. A 2-2, that's to Rosario, who's a -4. And a 2-2, he's pitching out of his first column. So a 2-2 is going to be a double or a triple if it's an 8. The D9 is a 2, and so that's a double. A 1-out double for Eddie Rosario as he laces one down the right field line and slides in safely to second base. Brings up Adam Duvall. Duvall with a home run his last time, but this time he's going to get a strikeout, and that's going to be out number 2. So swinging strikeout for Duvall, and Stammen is almost out of this inning. And let's see, Alec Dickerson is up. That's a 1-2, a big ground out to the catcher, so a little nubber in front of the plate. The catcher Nola jumps out, makes the play, and the Braves strand a runner at third. So we go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and we're gonna need a new pitcher for the Braves, as Minter only has a stamina of 4, so we're gonna bring in a new pitcher for the Braves. All right, the new pitcher for the Braves is gonna be Spencer Strider, the rookie right-hander. He's been roughed up on the tabletop, but not in real life, as he's coming in throwing 100 and blowing people away, and has a really good secondary slider curve and 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So Minter went 1 inning, and need to bring Strider in, somebody with a little bit of length, just in case this game keeps going. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. It's going to be Machado, Cronenworth, and Voigt. Machado 3 for 4 on the day. And that's a 2-2. That's going to be at least a double, but Machado is a 3. So that puts him here, and a double or a triple if it's an 8 or more. I'm sorry, if it's an 8 or more. It is an 8 on the D9, so that's going to be a triple. Leadoff triple for Manny Machado. Braves are going to play the infield in, and that's going to be anything hit to an infielder is going to be out at the plate. We're just going to send Machado and see if he can make it. He's a 7 for his base running, and so we're going to infield in is not an easy thing to do. In on base, you got to kind of make up your own rules. So I'm just going to play it that anything hit to an infielder. Is going to be a play at the plate. That's how we'll play it right now. So Machado's going on contact, and anything hit to an infielder is going to be out at the plate. Padres are going for it, and let's see what Jake Cronenworth does. There's a 2-2 to Cronenworth, and that's not going to matter. That's going to be a double, and that is your game winner. So Jake Cronenworth knocks one over the heads of the outfielders, brings in, so I guess that's a single, game-winning single, and that's going to be an RBI single for Cronenworth as the Padres take this one 2-1 on an exciting ninth inning, or 10th inning, I'm sorry. Manny Machado comes in and hits a triple right off the bat. Cronenworth stands in, rips a double, and knocks in Manny Machado with the RBI. And so the Padres are going to take this one 2-1. The actual score was 12-1. So the Braves did a much better job on the tabletop than they did in real life. Strider is going to take the loss as he gives up the run in the 10th inning, and Stamen is going to get the win in this game. So 2 well-pitched games between Musgrove and Morton. They each gave up 1 run over 7 and 6 innings respectively. I will go ahead and figure out the totals, and we'll bring them back to you. All right, back with the totals. So total line score is for Atlanta, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. For San Diego, 2 runs on 11 hits and 1 error in the game. Our play of the game is going to be Manny Machado. You'll definitely see that in just a moment. You can see here not much happening for the Braves, although bottom of the order produced really well. So Rosario 2 for 4. Duvall 1 for 4, had the key home run there in the 8th inning that tied the ball game and sent it basically to extra innings. And Swanson was 2 for 3 with a single and a double on the night. For the Padres, it was all Manny all the time. He's 4 for 5. He scored 1 run. That was the winning run of the ball game. He didn't have any RBIs, but he was all over the base paths. So a single, 2 singles, a double, and a triple. He led off that 10th inning with a triple and later scored on the Cronenworth single. Cronenworth 2 for 5 with the game-winning RBI. Voit 2 for 4, had a couple of hits early in the game. And even Abrams down in the bottom had a double. So the young man gets a big league hit in this game, and he again is filling in for Fernando Tatis Jr. The pitching matchup, Morton goes 6 innings, gives up 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. Thornburg came in with 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Minter pitched well. Strider gave up 2 hits and 1 run and didn't record an out in the 10th inning. Musgrove goes 7, gives up 4 hits and 1 run, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. Avila came in and didn't allow a hit or a run, struck out 3. And then Stamen, who came in for the win, he pitched a scoreless 10th inning and gets the win for the Padres. So that is using the 2022 roster sheets and the modern game engine chart. The Padres take this one 2-1, and that's the first game of the series in this current series that's happening right now in San Diego. As I'm recording this, it's happening, and that is on April 14th, 2022. That's when the game was from. I will be posting this to the Facebook page, so or not the page, but the group. So if you search online for, actually, I'll just post the link to the Facebook group down in the description, and you can go over there. And if you're part of Facebook and you want to be a part of that group, you can be. I share all kinds of things about On Base that I don't necessarily share in other places, including these 2022 updated roster sheets. So if you want to play along with the 2022 season, you can do that as well. And I will be posting those as I play these. I will be posting those roster sheets that are updated. And I plan to just play the first game of each series throughout the season and see if I can keep up that pace and see how the Braves do with these roster sheets. You'll also be able to see sort of the progression. So you can see here now, it's everybody's sort of in this second column here because it's a cumulative stat, the batting runs. So that's nobody's busting out, nobody's at a 10 plus yet, but they will be as the season progresses. And eventually you're going to get a little bit more variation here with the batters, but you can see even just playing out of the one column, you get a pretty decent game because the pitchers are going to be divided out evenly because it's not a cumulative stat for their Sierras. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you like this, let me know. Give me a thumbs up or leave a comment and just let me know that this is something kind of cool. It's a little bit different. It's not a pre-play, but it's a replay, but very soon after. So almost like a pre-play of the season. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just click subscribe. If you want to get notifications whenever I post new videos and you don't have to come back hunting for new videos, just click the bell icon and you'll be notified anytime a new video goes up, and you'll be able to come back and see these games again. All right, I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.